So this afternoon, the SES will be out and about trying to rescue any people that might still be at their properties that will be isolated by these floodwaters. Majority of people did leave their homes when that evacuation warning came through, but some people opted to stay there, and they've really been caught out by just how quickly the flood waters rose. So a lot of people, one of the things that they've been speaking to me about this morning is a lot of people say that there wasn't enough preparation. They wish they were given more warning when the water level rose. I'm joined now by Jen. Jen, you live on Leopold Street. You were saying right near Angler's Tavern. What was your experience?
We got a door knock at 5:30 this morning, and that was it. It was just evacuate. The water was already at the end of our street, so yeah, packed up a few things in the boot and came up here. But that was only because I knew where to go. There was no community meeting prior to this, so I know in the past there has been, even for just minor flooding across the road, they've had a community meeting up here, and it gives residents a chance to get some information from relevant authorities and to be just better prepared. So there was no community meeting. They knew this was coming up. There was also no pamphlet or any address to come here, so I knew where to go, but neighbours didn't. So giving them directions, that'd be helpful. Yeah. And
you've got inside knowledge as well because you're an SES volunteer.
I do volunteer for Footscray Unit. They're a great unit, severely under-resourced, but hopefully that's about to change. So I have spoken to a few people here, and hopefully that'll be the beginning of big changes for Footscray Unit.
The federal MP for Maribyrnong, Bill Shorten, was just here. He was joined by the local mayor as well. I saw you were talking to the mayor. What did you bring up with him?
Just spoke about things like the need for a community meeting, just let people know what's going on so they can then make an informed decision, because we just didn't have anything. We also need, I said, this is what we've got, we're working with, 2 four-wheel drives at Footscray Unit with a boat. We can't do that. We can't assist the community in the city of Maribyrnong and the city of Melbourne with 2 four-wheel drives and a boat. And some people aren't going to be happy with me saying that, but that's reality. People need to know what's going on, what we're left to work with.
Jen, what do you think of the disaster payments that have already been announced by the Premier?
I think it's some odd $600 at the moment. Yeah, that's 2 nights accommodation for those that need to get hotels. I've got my parents, so I'm really lucky. I've had friends, family volunteer to come down and help, but it's just a case of getting down there. And then I think there's more being done on Sunday, but I just haven't looked into it yet. I'm going to need some time. Yeah, hopefully it's an easy process, because to sit in front of a computer and work all this out, I just hope it's not. A lot of people just can't do it.
Jen, when do you think you'll be able to go back into your property?
I can't see it happening for a few days. They will need to get electricity and services connected, so that's going to take a while. And then the big clean-up begins, so I just don't know. I'd hate to think. I'm thinking weeks at best.
Are you worried about the damage?
Where do you start? Yeah, as I said, I'm not an electrician, but the electricity will have to be looked into, everything replaced. I mean, I tried to put as much as I could up this morning thinking I'll be back tonight and just put it all back down. What a waste of time. And now I wish I have put it up even higher. Where do you start?
Thanks, Jen. We'll keep in touch with you and see how you're
going.
You. Thanks, Jen. So the water level at the moment for the river here, the Maribyrnong River, sitting at just under 4 metres. The good news is that according to our authorities, the peak has already come, so we should hopefully see those waters recede, but it's still going to be an incredibly difficult time for residents as the clean-up begins in the next few days.